Honorable Rana Mashood Saab, Special Advisor to PM on Youth Affairs, learned panelists, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning and a warm welcome to you all at the Punjab Dialogue on Peace Building and Social Cohesion. Today, we are gathered here to discuss the newly approved National Prevention of Violent Extremism Policy 2024. This policy was approved by the federal government in December last year. Today, for the first time, sir, we are presenting it to our stakeholders and implementation partners. Before we tell you what we hope from you, may we run the salient features of the policy? Can we please start the presentation? So our objectives of the policy were that there is an inbuilt mechanism in it to identify the trends of violent extremism and then promotion of pluralistic values of peace and tolerance. And to do so, we engage government and civil society, and we make collaborative efforts to improve social cohesion and resilience against violent extremism. Next, please. And to do so, we have identified 5 major targets, which for the ease to remember, we call them 5 Rs. And under each R, we have listed specific targets. These targets have a lead implementation partner, expected support partners, and their timed KPIs. So for example, one target and one action might have your esteemed organization as lead partner, and then expected partners would be all government agencies and social society organizations that are working for youth. Next, please. These are the 5 Rs. We revisit. We revisit the national narrative, go to the learning institutions and religious places, and go and see what we are teaching our children and how. This is where we take a look again at our curriculum also. We reach out to the common people, to the public at large. We do that through social media, electronic media, print media, and our partners are all those people who are in any way affiliated with this, whether they are producing these things or they are regulating them. We reduce the risk for the vulnerable community, our youth, our women, and our other communities to fall in the trap of the violent extremism, so that they neither become targets nor become partners in violent extremism. We reinforce creativity. This is an attempt to create a more healthy society. So we work towards creative arts, cultural activities, writers. We ask them all to rebuild, help us create the society which is a little more worth living in. And then we reintegrate. So all those children of ours who have fallen into the trap of violent extremism, we'd like to welcome them back. They're ours. And we'd like to de-radicalize them. We have a number of stakeholders. These are some that are government implementation partners. They're either regulators or enforcers. Next, please. And then in private sector, all these people that are working in the society are partners. So all learning institutes, higher education learning institutes, and the other madrasas, all youth forums, women, intelligentsia, artists, and all vulnerable communities and people who represent them. Next, please. And how will we implement them? We'll request all implementation partners to create capacity building that we have discussed yesterday as well, that will help, NACTA would help them in, sir. And that they make CVE units, and then they see how much work they have contributed towards it. NACTA itself will try to create CVE centers of excellence where research can be done, because negativity is a many-headed beast. So each time you have to find a new approach. Institutions, and then the implementation, which is the most important part. All policies are just pieces of paper. It's us who bring them to life. I would request our stakeholders gathered here today not to let this policy become another piece of paper. I would also request our leadership to continue to provide us support for this effective implementation of this policy. It's only together that we can make a change. The people of Indus are the proud inheritors of the most peaceful civilization ever. Let us remind ourselves how to maintain peace, celebrate diversity, and progress together. Let us make Pakistan a peaceful and secure country. Thank you all.